Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. Boy, oh boy, we've got a little bit of a reaction here happening in the stock market. Stock market freaking out a little bit like a little weenie baby stock market could be sometimes. All right, let's take a look at what's going on and try to understand why it's going on. Well, first of all, things are red. Why are they going on, or why are things red while at the same time the treasury yields are plummeting? They're down to like 1.25% on the 10-year. It's nuts right now. Partly, at least, I mean, golly, look at this. Like the pre-market, this is it. We're actually sorted by green right now. Yeah, we are sorted by green, and there are only three things that are green right now. Barely. Marcus, well, nope, never mind. USO just went away as well. All right, there are two things that are green. There are two things that are green right now. Literally everything else is just red. And the only thing that could really explain this is it's not so much, in my opinion, just this fear of, oh no, unemployment claims went up a little bit. Oh no, okay, the talk of the taper has begun. Oh no, Treasury, people are fleeing to safety, right? We've been talking about that for the last couple of weeks, where it's like, there's this rotation away from more speculative assets and into safer assets like Amazon or Apple. Really what we're starting to see beyond just this sort of flight to safety maybe is a little bit of this concern brewing over that the market's not going to be as hot as we think it is, that the market is, and the economy in general, is actually going to perform a lot weaker than expected in the recovery, that we're going to see these incredible runs in valuations justified by big earnings might not actually happen. That sure, earnings are going to go up after COVID, but they're not going to go up as high as expectations. And so that's putting, in my opinion, a damper on this market, where all of a sudden the market's going, wait a minute. If inflation cools, and the only reason we saw high inflation was because of transitory factors like supply chain issues, and the market's actually recovering way slower than we expected, while we thought it was doing really well because of that inflation we were seeing, that was actually just fugazi, like supply chain issue crap leading to higher prices. Because, for example, same thing with jobs. People are like, well, but wait, jobs are up. Like, people are getting paid more to work. Well, when you look at the jobs reports, the only people who are getting paid more to work or to work are people in recovery. Like, sure, their jobs just inflated by like 4%-ish year on sort of yearly figures. But when you look at all other jobs, the regular jobs, not the recovery and hospitality jobs, you're only seeing wages going up by a rate of 1.2% a year. So in other words, the growth that we've been seeing over the last few months maybe has really just been inflationary growth that's been temporary. And now the market's like, oh crap, we're actually not doing as hot as we thought we might in the economy. And so that's my only explanation for right now. Why is this market pulling back as painfully as it is? So let's actually take a look at what we got. So let's go to the big losers first. So we got Newegg down 21%, Arcimoto's down 12%, AMC's down 11%, Hut 8 Mining down 9.25%. I mean, really, you're seeing a very quick escape from any kind of risk. That's what we're seeing right here. It's just totally a risk-off move, and this is what we've started seeing within the last few days. Even we've seen this transition. So this is very, very, very interesting to me. So you're seeing. Let me see here. What is this? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, good. Sorry. All right. So anyway, you've got Microvision down 6.42. So take a look at this. First of all of these assets right here, these are more of your high risk assets. So we've actually sorted the losers here. Well, the market has sorted the losers by risk. By risk. It's very, very simple right now. This is an escape from risk rotation. And look at this. Enphase just went from like 190 yesterday morning to 171. It's down 5.5% right now. Yeah, and this is a company, by the way, that once supply chain issues clear up, oh my gosh, I want so much more of this company. It's so great. SoFi, look at that. Risk off, escaping the SPACs. So you sorted here by risk, by SPACs. I sold puts. I didn't buy shares here recently on quite well, actually most SoFi and a few of these other ones, and taking some nice credits, which is really nice because a lot of my sold put positions are longer, and I'm going to be able to use my credits now to go shopping during some red. So I'm excited to see what I want to do. We've got yeah, oh my gosh, it's just basically like all the SPACs, please stand up to lose the first 4 to 8% here. Then we get into non-SPAC land over here. Etsy, Pinterest down 3%, DocuSign down 3%. We've got, oh, you know, I want to make a list of companies that have started running like crazy. Let me write this down. So, okay. Some companies that I think are just way too high. DocuSign, NVIDIA. Let me see how NVIDIA is doing. NVIDIA is down 2.8% right now. You've got, let's see here. I'm gonna kind of keep pointing out. Let me know if anybody's who. Hold on. German region to fine Tesla for illegal construction. Oh my gosh. The FUD on Tesla has never ended. Tesla maybe. I mean, Tesla I think's got like a 550 in it, right? On the low side. I don't think that's too high. Or rather, you know, yeah, I think that's interesting. Well, no, I mean, it's when I'm looking at a sell-off rally, I'm not trying to say that, oh, I think NVIDIA is a bad company. I think it's a great company. Just saying, like, which companies have really stretched their valuations that could see more of a sell-off in a market rotation, right? Square down back to 234. Interesting here. Pinterest, United Airlines. I mean, you do always have the recovery sector, which is also getting beat up a little bit. Gutter time, exactly. Let's see. Redfin. Yeah, there's Tesla sitting at 627 right now. Bumble, Snowflake, Sonos, Lordstown Motors, 835 on Lordstown. Nordstrom, 2.37. Very interesting. I mean, everything, even the big fangs, they're not able to escape this right now. Dave and Buster's to 36. Bebito, you said that like 3 times, and then you just sold your whole portfolio. I mean, I don't personally like making any trades in pre-market, but that's interesting. Huh. Okay. Yeah, just everything getting whacked today. Very fascinating. So Churchill Capital down as well. Let's see here. It's so funny. I dumped my calls on Churchill Capital over the last 2 weeks. And I sent alerts for all of these. Over the last 2 weeks, I've dumped calls on multiple companies, including Churchill Capital. We dumped SoFi calls, dumped Matterport calls. There's quite a few calls that we done. I can't remember what else. But, well, I'm glad some of those have been gone. But no, I still have a bunch of calls on other things. So wasn't fast enough on everything. But that's okay. Got a good closing down on calls already. And now we're going into potentially buy time again for stocks, which is exciting because I haven't really been buying. I've been selling puts because I thought the numbers were too high. Wow. So yeah, I don't even have options on AMC. I still have my. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm choking on coffee. That doesn't taste good. No, I still have my AMC. Hey, look, I said I'd hold my AMC shares for a year, and I didn't even think about selling those. I made a deal, and when I make a deal, I stick to my word. We've got Bitcoin dropping below a new support as well. Yeah, look at this here. Bitcoin sitting at just breaking down under its what do we have here? 32,696 support line. So very interesting here. Oh, too funny. I also just sold covered calls on Arcimoto and things down like 12%. That was perfect timing. No, my intuition over the last couple weeks was right. I should have just done more of that with the rest of my portfolio. Did a good amount of it. You know, selling calls, selling puts, dumping call options. Worked out so far. So congrats to those of you in Stocks and Psychology of Money who've been also picking up on that trend. Or even those of you in the live streams here. But hey, there's going to be more trading. Now we get to go into some more trading zones. Now we get to have fun. We get to see how far do we think this market's going to go. Let's see what's happening in Europe, actually. Let's see if this gives us an idea. Let's see.
Youth was, David.
Okay. All right. All youth. That being said,
did you ever read Conrad Youth? Pass the bottle. I read really great.
I'm gonna bump my volume here. So sorry, it started out low.
Whatever they do, where we do this
QuantumScape commercials. That is not looking so good, QuantumScape. Given where it had
when we do the commercial.
High on QuantumScape was 132. All right. All this being said, with your themes and your concerns and your meme stuff and everything else, I'm
going to make a quick note. I actually don't think I'm wrong on Coinbase. I made a 2025 projection for Coinbase. Coinbase, to me, I like it. I really, really like it, especially with their partnership with Visa. I don't care. I've been buying that thing, and I'm going to keep buying it. I love it.
Not. I was going on vacation Thursday. No, I was off the morning.
Yes.
What matters to me, David, is you got to get your buy list out because none of these is that worrisome. Mm-hmm. Why? Because Delta is more worrisome for other countries than us.
Got to get your buy list done. I cannot agree more with that. I love that. And that's actually what I love about red markets is you have this opportunity to really go bottom feeding. And I love it. You just have to have cash available. I've got zero margin right now. I'm super excited about going shopping. I'm tempted to potentially close out some calls that I have a bunch of gains on. Obviously, those are going to subside a little bit this morning, but it's potentially an interesting time, or there'll be an interesting opportunity to buy some shares really nice and cheaply. So I'm excited about that, especially since when you sell puts, like on SoFi. So I sold a bunch of puts, between 1680 and 1750, and those are long. Those are 2023 puts that I sold, so I'm not so worried about holding those for a very long period of time because the theta decay benefits me anyway. And I can then use that cash. And folks were asking me, Kevin, why would you get 2023? Well, because it lets you ride out the market fluctuations more, and you lock in that higher volatility, which we've been seeing. So I'm excited. It might even be some more opportunities here to sell some puts because I think, look, if the market, here's the thing. All right, we let's just talk about this. Let's speak out loud here. Okay, so if the market, hold on. Christine Lagarde says we're not where we want to be on inflation. Okay. All right. We know that. Yes. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So there are two ways we go here. First, this could be the beginning of that, could be the beginning of an S&P correction. All right. The indices have been doing very, very well. Now they're all down 1 to 2%, which for the indices is a lot. And the indices haven't had a correction in a very long period of time. I mean, I think the last S&P 500 correction of more than 5%. Okay, yeah, get this, all right? The last S&P correction of more than 5% was September of last year. Come on, folks. We need an index fund rollover. But the problem is, here, let me pull this up. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we have not had an S&P 500 rollover since September of more than 5%. So what I want to do is go into here. Okay, so we're actually on Wednesday morning. We hit all-time highs again. We literally 43,580. We literally hit all-time highs on the S&P 500. All-time highs. All-time highs, S&P 500. This is nuts. And let's see here. Futures. Oh my gosh. Go away. Pop-ups. All right. S&P 500 down 1.36% to 4290. Okay, 1.3%. If we want to see a full-on S&P 500, like actual 5% correction, what does that look like? 43,580 times 0.95. Oh, there we go. That's 4140. If you go for a 10% correction, that's 3922. You're just at the potential beginning if you're going to have a correction, right? So in my opinion, if you're just at the potential beginning at 1.36% on the S&P, I don't really want to go shopping yet. I want to go shopping when this has actually dipped more. See, look, this drop right here, look at that drop right here, 4% drop. It looks like a nice drop, but that's a 4% drop. We haven't had that 5% rollover since really over here. That's crazy. It's just been so benign. Like index fund investing has been so beautiful. So beautiful. And now it's time for some pain. And in my opinion, an interesting opportunity today could be potentially dumping calls that you have big tendies on that you don't want to hold for another month. You know, you could obviously diamond hand through it with call options. But you could sell puts to get yourself into some really good positions for share purchases. You can even sell shorter term puts if you wanted to. I don't know that I would. I'd almost rather sell puts and then sell puts, pick up credits. If the market doesn't fall more, I take some fat credits. If the market falls more, I lock in lower prices with credits, and then I go shopping. And I like it. I mean, I think this is going to be an opportunity to build up the portfolio a little more. This is exciting. All right. So 3 things green. So if you're worried about, oh no, why is my portfolio red? Everything's red. If you can't handle that, then you should just log off. But if you can, we got to think about some opportunities. So that also brings up, it's interesting to me how we're not seeing as big of a rollover in recovery. Recovery stocks, they have been rolling over, but today they're only down about 1 to 3%. Now, the banks got earnings next week, which is also a really interesting catalyst that we're starting on, what's it called? We're starting with bank earnings next week. Kevin, why do you say Amazon is safe for good value? It's a cash park with 66 PE with razor thin margins and high debt. Yeah, no, I totally disagree with you. Look, first of all, I don't buy Amazon when it's going parabolic. So I haven't bought Amazon since like $3,200. But our market right now is very much valued by compressing future PEs. And so when you look at Amazon on a future PE basis relative to the rest of the tech sector, it's actually a bargain relative to the rest of the tech sector. So let's see here. Let me log into Bloomberg. Okay. And so those are important things to evaluate. Is that if you're going to call Amazon overpriced, you're basically calling every single tech company overpriced, which maybe you are. That's fine. Let's say that. And then saying Amazon, oh, high debt, it's almost like you're implying that Amazon's going to go bankrupt. I mean, it's just the possibility is so close to zero. I'm not saying it's zero, but it's so close to zero The market would have to go pretty freaking crazy. All right, we're going to get into Bloomberg Terminal here. All right, we'll get this up. All right, so what else do we have here? So I'm looking for opportunities. So I haven't gotten into any of the crypto companies yet. So I'm going to make my buy list. So I'm going to make a short list and a put list. Let's see here. Puts and buy. Yeah, Amazon too big to fail. I agree with that. Yeah, Apple being red too. All right, so let me see here. So if I'm going to go AMZN. There we go. Oh, man, I remember the days of Amazon 2000, like 1900 to 2200. Those were juicy days. All right, let's see what we have here. Okie dokie. So we have about 8 minutes to open. Okay, so for 2021, the PE ratio for Amazon's about 53, not 66, unless you're doing trailing, which you probably are, so you can make a more salty comment. And if you go out to 2025, which is how I compare growth companies to each other, it's to get a relative valuation of companies comparing to each other, because obviously 2025 estimates are a long time out and a lot of things could change. But you can compare these companies to each other to where it's like, oh, NEO is selling for 66 times 2025 earnings. That's very, very, very expensive. Square, 40 to 50 times 2025 earnings. Very, very, very expensive. Amazon is selling for about 22 times 2025 earnings. So relative to other tech companies, Amazon's a bargain. And again, relative to other tech companies. So, yeah, hopefully that explanation helps a little bit. Cool. All right. So where were we? Okay. So let's go back to the chart here. I really want to make my Christmas wish list here. So Arcimoto, we sold covered calls on, so we're making tendies there. AMC 9.5. Didn't sell my covered calls here. The opportunity to sell covered calls. It's still interesting. I'm going to write that down. It's still interesting to me, especially if we're going to go into the risk off phase is going to be a little stronger. No, I'm not going to get more Palantir. Dave, I wouldn't call bottom yet on SoFi. I mean, I hope so, right? But I think it could go down to at a low like 1450. It just wouldn't surprise me. Blockchain technologies. Yeah, Hive. I always thought I had Hive on here. Apparently I don't. Yeah. Well, there we go. Let's go to recently viewed. Yeah, let's see here. Where's Hive? Didn't I just have it? Oops. Hive. Pre-market down 7.75%. Here, I'll add it to the watch. Here we go. Good call. Okay, good. So, all right. I think we might be getting, like, on my buy list, probably I'm going to put down, but not yet. But any of the solar companies, these guys are going to sell off like nuts here. Enphase, Run, Canadian Solar. Where's Canadian Solar? Because these guys are going to, like, I've been waiting to build a position in solar. And so I'm really, ChargePoint's going, if ChargePoint goes back to 19, that could be juicy. Oh, I like this. Yeah, I just closed my call options on CCIV. I'm like, oh, perfect. Now, I wish I did more. I wish I closed more of my call options. But I could still do that. The idea was right. I just didn't do enough of it. It's so funny. I was looking at all my calls yesterday too, and I'm like, I'll close this one and this one, but not this. So yeah, Neo rotating back down from 55. Yeah, not a surprise here. Neo and folks were, when Neo runs over 50, folks usually kind of, Kevin, shouldn't I buy Neo? It's basically going to the moon. I'm like, I told you I stopped buying the thing over what's it called? 45. Don't make sense. Too expensive. DQ down 4.7. That's a drop in the bucket compared to where I was. You know what I want? I want to see if we can revisit some lows. Like May lows, I don't know. I mean, that would be a pretty pained market to go back to May lows. Because see, here's the other thing. This red that we're seeing today could come in here for a day and then be gone, right? Like it could literally be here today, gone tomorrow, basically. Yeah. Somebody's complaining about MMAT, metamaterial. Why are you complaining about MMAT? Kevin, you fudded MMAT yesterday. Yeah, because it's a joke. Do you just rely on intuition and charts, or do you research stocks to make these comments? I research stocks to tell you that this is a momentum stock. I've literally said this about metamaterials and Torchlight all the way. I'm like, the thing's gonna crash. It's not fun. It's the truth. I'm sorry. Like, I've been extremely consistent. Jeremy here wants to know, is the unemployment claims number that came in slightly higher, is that old news? No, it is actually current news. It is, yeah, I mean, it's not a catalyst for today. Okay, where are we? Here we go. Okay. So I want to keep making my list. Thank you for the $5 donations. It's very nice of you. Okay, I'm going to turn on member chat. It's getting a little wild here. Yes, I notice you. Jeez. Yeah, some of y'all start getting pissed off at each other in the chat. We'll just go to green chat only. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm not saying metamaterials is not a good company. I'm just telling you the stock price was a ripoff. You think your company's great, but their stock could be a ripoff. Like Newegg. That's gonna come down. And so is Marin. Ridiculous. But anyway. All right. So what do we got to do? I still want to make my list. I want to make my list. More on my list. I need more on my list. Lordstown Motors is actually going green. Is the market actually recovering a little bit? It'll be interesting to see. We got 1 minute to the opening bell. Let's go ahead and pull up a few things here. So let's pull up day charts. And I really want to watch this open hard. So let's get ready. Let's get 4 charts up here. Okay, we got some green here on TESS. I don't know. Let's put up AMC here. Let's put up Enphase here. Let's put up, ooh, good. Enphase moving to the upside a little bit. We got Neo right here. Good. Oh, it'd also be interesting to see what AMD is doing, though. I'm going to put AMD right here. How much time do I have? I have 15 seconds. Okay, that's just enough time for me to make these all averaged candlesticks. There we go. Ooh, good. I'm sensing a little bit of a rally coming into the open. That would be good. Let's see.
They complain about trucking pricing. The rails are also a great way.
Oh God, look how red it is.
To ship. Now I'm not owned by the rails, but I do think that.
Okay. Okay, Tesla rotating down. Here we go. Neo pushing. Neo and AMC pumping. There we go. Let's go. Good. I like this. Tesla's going down. Neo's going up. AMC's going up. All right, very, very interesting. Let's see how market pricing is evolving here. So SoFi sold put. Ooh, that printed tendies. Dang, it's up like 23 grand right now. Oh God, look at Tesla. Oh, disaster. OMG. That's crazy. Oh man. Okay, so I really want to explore the space here. So we're actually recovering off some of these lows. You've got some real buy the dipping happening here. Yeah, look, market's buying the dip. Market is buying the dip. Oh, that's good. Okay. So if you wanted to sell puts, you could potentially do that before it recovers back, right? Like where's end phase? End phase. No, that's not end phase. End phase. End phase pretty flat as well. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Where's the pain for put selling? AMC, Hive, Arkham. Okay, the market definitely popped a little bit back up, which is nice. Okay, good. Wow, a little bit of a recovery here, at least 1.5%, which is kind of neat. Let's go back to that chart. Yeah, look, they're all going green. So I'm actually going to quickly, let me see here. I'm going to go see if I can take advantage of anything here. What do we want to do? Like, we're going to end phase here. End phase. Can I go to, am I going to make any money if I sell a put here? Let's see. End phase, put, sell, 10. You make 27K off the 170. That's probably too expensive. 170 grand. You'd make 27,900. That's not bad. That's actually not horrible. Nice 27. Pick up a 27K right there. On the 170. 170 put. And if you go to 150, you get 18. It's also not horrible. I'm gonna snag one of these. I'm probably gonna go. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go with this. Let's go with the 160. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. That just picked up 21K. It hasn't filled yet. Come on. Okay, orders. No, still hasn't filled yet. Stupid. It's probably because the darn thing's going up. 23,000. Let's see if I did this to fill. Oh, order can't be modified, so it must have gone through. There we go. It filled. Okay, good. All right, so that gave me about $23,000. Sweet. Now, obviously, I have some collateral tied up in selling that, but with end phase, yeah. See, the market's recovering, folks. The market's recovering. That's why I quickly wanted to throw in that sold put, because the market is recovering. Okay. Let me mention that. Okay. Yeah, every time, and I'm going to be doing this a lot probably today, because I'm going to do some moving around here. But this is a warning shot, folks. If you get green right here, this is a warning shot. Put contract on end phase for 21K credit, 170K collateral. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be sending a lot of alerts today probably. So because there are a lot of things that I want to do. And we're probably going to go deep in the course member live stream today on exactly what I want to do. But this was a warning shot, folks. This is really great. The market's actually trying to recover right now. That is very, very, very lucky. Newegg's down 24%. Market's obviously still red and pretty pained here, but nowhere near as bad as it was. I mean, look at that. Etsy still at 191. This is good. This is so lucky. This is so lucky that the market's not crashing even more right now. This is an opportunity here, folks. They gave you a warning shot, and there's a little bit of an opportunity here. AMC coming back onto that support line. Neo's being the funniest here. This is interesting. Costco went green. Yeah. Tesla's coming back down here. Yeah, it's possible that's a fake breakout. That's what I'm saying. It's like a warning shot, you know. 6-month option call for Workhorse. Oh God, I'm sorry. I mean, look, the thing about the momentum plays like a Workhorse is you just don't know. Just don't know what's going to happen. That makes it so hard. It's because you're really relying on a big momentum swing. Okay, so what else do we have here? Enphase 176. Enphase still moving. Tesla's moving nicely. Golly. Okay. Yeah, what else do we have here? Wow. Yeah. I mean, there's a big old shock to the market here over the last 24 hours here. All right. So I want to also see, how is BTC reacting? BTC still sitting at this support. Let me go to 5 min. There it is. It tried to go above, tried to get above. See, it's really been playing this line here, which we've previously drawn. 32,696. Fascinating. Okay. So sold a put right at open, which was good timing for Enphase because it started recovering. What is Neo doing right now? Neo's slightly trending down, and AMC is slightly trending down again. I think the cup, man, I was such a baby on doing a covered call on AMC yesterday. I should have just done it. Sometimes I get this intuition, I'm like, no, you should just do it. You should just do it. And I did. I made other trades instead, which were fine too. But see now, let's say you went for say you sold a $50 call on shares you have. Oh yeah, the premium opportunity has definitely sunk. But that's still 24 grand. It's not bad. See how AMC moves today. Neo. Let's see. I'm curious. Let me listen to this for a second. Give me 1 second here.
As KJ, Kevin Johnson says, Starbucks is for Chinese by Chinese. Big employer.
So did Donahoe at Nike.
What kind of bell is that?
Nobody asked Donahoe about religious freedom on that conference call.
No.
Because I think that man is a man of conscience, and he would have said exactly what she would want to hear, which is there is not as much religious freedom.
But when you're
and
running
they don't
a
have a
company
First Amendment in China,
whose growth is in part dependent on China, it's a very difficult position to put yourself in, to have to say something that's going to necessarily antagonize that country's leadership, particularly when they're not. When they're totalitarian. Is that fair to say? Autocratic?
I would not confuse Xi with Jefferson or Madison.
Right.
There's the real takeaway of the show.
Thank you. Well, he wants.
No, she is.
He likes to have total control.
She does not.
He's leader for life.
She wants.
Oh yeah, AMC short interest. Yeah, we were gonna do that. No, that's a really good call. Let me pull up the AMC short the apps really quick. So let's look at AMC short interest. Let's see if this went up at all, because this is something we were talking about yesterday, that AMC short interest needs to pop in order to really be a potential catalyst for coming back soonish. So otherwise it'll just take longer. Okay, let me go into very good. I mean, this is honestly a blessing that the market is recovering right now. Because if you have call options, it just gives you a little breather. Like you look how fast you can lose tendies on your calls. Gotta be careful. That's why lately I've been selling contracts. But let's go ahead and see. So AMC short interest. Let's see if it went up. Tiny bit up. It was like 18.25 yesterday. That's not enough to justify that 10% decline yesterday. That means it's paper handing more than it is shorting. AMC, 18 point. Yeah, I mean this is a tiny increase. I mean, look at the chart. It's tiny. It's a teeny tiny little increase, little weenie baby increase. Yeah, that's not good. That means most of the pain from AMC yesterday was actually paper handing. So that's not great in my opinion for AMC. Okay, so end phase. Tesla's moving to the upside a bit here. I'm really AMC's rotating down more. Okay, this is very interesting to see this chart. The overreaction in the pre-market, which is not a surprise to see an overreaction in the pre-market. I got Tesla right here. I don't have to scream it. Yes, I did see that the share offering was rejected, but that was already expected by the market. Did you notice that since the CEO mentioned the share offering was rejected, stocks have the share price has been going straight down? It has nothing to do with the share offering. People don't even really care. People didn't care about that. Space, did not expect that. Wow, what's going on over here? I'm gonna, Neo's actually recovering a bit. I'm gonna go grab Space quickly. Oh, wow, yeah, good. Space recovering too. Good. This is very good. But look at what's being left behind. Its momentum is being left behind. Enphase, Tesla, and Neo recovering after the shock. But AMC is actually suffering. It's worsening. Oops. I don't know what that was for. I'm gonna go. Oh, man, I've been so I want to look at the Jan again because we tracked this thing so much. What's a 45-day call look like? Let me look at these really quick. So if you sold 14 calls, they give you 25 grand at 45. At 50, it'd give you about 24 right now. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna take it, and then I'm gonna close this out as soon as I see it run again. Which I watch this thing like a hawk, but I'm gonna do that as a trade. I'm gonna take that. I should have done it a couple days ago. I didn't do it a couple days ago. Now I'm just gonna do it. I feel like I'm a little late on that, but oh well, it is what it is. All right, 14 calls. Okay, so that's, I don't even remember what I did. Let me just write it down really quick. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to watch it. But yeah, so that's a sold call. So if it runs again, I have to make sure I cover that. Did it go through? Oh, it hasn't even filled yet. Oh, God. Let's try now. No. Oh my gosh, because it just plummeted more. What the hell? Come on. Yeah. Can't get the order through. Can't get it through. All right. That sucks. Okay. Wow. Way to go. AMC. Come on, man. Really? Let's try it again. It's so annoying. Let's try 17. There we go. Okay, well, it's rebounding a little bit right now. Let's see if it'll go through now. I cannot get this order placed. I cannot get this order to go through. This is so annoying. Yeah. No, I'm not getting a fill. Well, nobody wants to buy it. Let's try this. Nope. Can't get it. Nope. That is too funny. Yeah. It's impossible. At least not at those prices. You'd probably just have to drop your ask basically a ton. Oh. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's worth it anymore. It's plummeted. Wow. It just plummeted within the last few minutes. That's why. That's nuts. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to try one more time. There we go. There we go. Okay. Wow. I just got filled. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. So what did I get in terms of credits? I got 13.8 times 100 times 14. I had $19,320 as a credit. Weak. That would have been like 38 yesterday. I mean, I'll take it. On okay. So call cover. Okay, good. Good. All right. So now. All right. Now let's keep going. Let's go look at the market again. All right, good. So that's done. Finally. Oh my gosh, that was a pain in the butt. Jeez, man, that was so horrible. Wow, it took forever to fulfill that order. That's just bad. Bad. Ugh. I feel gross how long that took to fill that order. It's just ugh. Okay, whatever. Anyway, focus. What else we got here? So yeah, look, everything's red. We got it. It's not a surprise. DocuSign surprising. It's only down 1.5%. How's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA is also rotating down. Yeah, look at that. Tesla's starting to rotate down again. And phase rotating down again. See, that's why I was saying it was almost kind of like a little bit of the warning. Oh, of course. Now AMC's popping a little bit up. And these guys rotated down just in the last 4 or 5 minutes here while we were watching AMC be stupid with trading. But what else do we have here? Okay. So then we've got... Okay. Yeah. Things really rotating here. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So Corsair is also down 3%. It's very interesting. All of them rotating down again. See how tech, it had like an okay morning, and now it's rotating to the downside again. Very interesting. Yeah. It's all going through that pain again. Square's also down about 5%. I'm going to watch this. But yeah, everything's rotating down again. So you had a brief moment. Okay, so then we've got DD, Neo here. Yeah, see, Neo rotating down more. All of these spark lines rotating down now. AMC 12.27%. Baba, how's Baba doing? That is interesting. Alibaba straight down. AMC recovering a little bit, which is good because that potentially, I almost feel like AMC is a little bit ahead of these guys. So I wonder if AMC recovers a little bit, maybe this means these guys will recover a little bit. Xpeng down 8 or 7.3% here. Yeah, look at that. That same pattern. All of them are doing this. The first 10, 12 minutes was okay, was good. We were recovering again. And we rotated straight back to the downside. Archimoto's not as bad as it was. Archimoto was a lot worse. Yeah, these days remind you of the investing list. Yeah, exactly. No, you want to look for opportunities, but it's early on buy time. It's sell put time. See, the more these guys fall, the more I want to sell puts. AMC recovering again, which is good. Costco. Yeah. So the Newegg's down 30% now. Be careful on that if you're in it. This is a rough time to be in. Oh, look at this. Big Digital is at $1.01. That's crazy. It's almost under $1. 1.01. Wow. That's a big line for okay, there we go. End phase recovering again a little bit. Big Digital. This is the wrong chart. Big Digital Assets. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Almost under $1. Gonna break $1. Okay, here we go. See, look at AMC lead. That's what I was saying. It's almost kind of like AMC is leading what's happening in the market a little bit. See, AMC started selling off first. It took these guys another 5 to 10 minutes to sell off. AMC starts recovering. These guys are starting to recover again. Okay, so that might be an opportunity here. This could be a turn to sell some more puts, which is what we did the last time when Enphase was down right at the open, but it started recovering. Starting to recover again. Coinbase. I wonder how the puts would look on Coin right now. Sold puts, which is bullish, right? I know when we hear puts, sometimes we don't think bullish. But if I go Jan 2022's on Coin, come on. Here we go. Coin, I don't know, go for 220 sold puts. What's that going to get you? Not much. Okay, go to 240 sold puts. There we go. Now you actually get money. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go to January. Ooh. 240 times 100 times 10. 240,000. Okay, yeah, that's too many. So if you go to 5, they get $20,000. 16.7%. That's about consistent with what we're seeing at a 240. At 220, you have 15. It's okay. 12%. I just smell opportunities. I want to go back to this chart. Good. Look, everything kind of recovering again. Good. It's going to be a very interesting day. It's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and look at the 10-year Treasury really quick. 10-year Treasury. Oh, look at ADA. ADA at 1.34. There we go. Yeah, yesterday it dropped to like 1.3837, and it's kind of accelerated that drop a little bit. We've got the 10-year here at back up a little bit, 1.28. It did get as low as 1.25 this morning. Yeah, the open was rough, so it's recovered a tiny little bit on the yield. Okay, everything recovering a little bit here, which is good. Okay. Still looking for other opportunities here. I think if there are companies you want to own, this is an opportunity to sell puts, in my opinion, like Coin, Churchill Capital, Square. I don't know that you're going to get paid too much on Square, but that's interesting. Like if I go for a Square, wonder how much they're paying right now. If I went for a Square, I don't know, even a 230, right? Let's go to Jan. Square 230, sell a put. Let's go with the 5 contracts. Yeah, you give out. This is very similar to Coinbase. Yeah, 14K on 230 times 100 times 5. Yeah, very similar. Also about 12%. Almost the same. And that would basically get you into Square for like $203. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But you just have to make sure you have the collateral. AMC. I really like this recovery because, again, Oh, look at that. Now Tesla rotating down again. Oh, AMC just pushed above its support line. That's good. That's good. And not so good for the covered call, but that's good for the stock, which I've got plenty of. We've got Tesla, Enphase, Square. Square sitting here at sort of bottom on the day. Square's an interesting one. I'd potentially sell some puts on too. What if I go with a longer on Square? Let me see. Square. If I go out to say Jan 2023, sell a put. Just sell 5 of them. That's $25,000 on 240. Okay, well, fine. Do the 240. 240. How much is that? 120K. So you get paid 25 grand on 120K right now? Oh man, for a 240? That's really good for Square. I know, I mean, wow, you get $51. Then you'd be buying it at 190. Oh my gosh, I just have to buy it. Or I mean, I have to do this trade here. I got to do that. That's just juicy. Let's see if that went in. I think that did go in already. Square. Yep, just went in. Sweet. Okay. That's juicy. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. There we go. So sold, what is it called? What did I just do? Oh, Square put. Square put. Put for 25K credit. All right, let's see what other opportunities we have. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so then we have, let's see. Oh, AMC's recovering very nicely. Oh, that's a really good recovery on AMC. That's very, very good. So good recovery on AMC. Oh, look at the recoveries here. That's very good. AMC back above its support line. Very, very, very good. You've got Enphase. Enphase sitting at, how far out did I do my covered on AMC? Because we got to keep an eye on that. AMC, we did. Oh, till January. Okay, that's fine. So good recovery. Let's see what else. Neo. See Square. Square's been kind of consolidating right around here. In the last couple minutes, we did who knows? Could end up being, who knows? We'll see if that ends up having been a bottom right around when we executed. That sold put, which is good. Look at the market's recovering, which we've kind of seen that since the beginning here. Costco, Beyond Meat, Walmart just went green. Blue Apron, Root, PSAC, Workhorse. Look at this. This is good. These guys were really pained this morning. So this is a very good recovery. Again, I think there's a bit of, this is sort of like a warning shot style market where it's like, hey, if you've got call options, here's your warning shot. Now they're recovering a bit, which is good. Tesla's recovering a bit. Here goes Enphase. Good push again on Enphase. Here comes Square. Square's coming up. Square, Coinbase. Coinbase also recovering. Let's see if Bitcoin's recovering. They're all recovering right now, which is very good. BTC still sitting below its support line here. Virgin Galactic, 5%. This is incredible. Yeah. Oh, what's Palantir doing? Palantir. Yeah, Palantir's coming back up as well. They're all recovering right now. This is very good. Okay, here's what I mean when I say warning shot. My thought is that this kind of pain we are not exempted from. It can come back harder than it did today. Today was like a little test. Like, are you prepared for red in your portfolio? Here, try to eat this. Something to keep an eye on. And it should be a wake-up call in terms of if your entire portfolio is call options, it's like, hey, look, if you're green on some, maybe you convert some to shares to where you don't have to worry so much about your options plays. SoFi sitting. Oh, SoFi is going to be at 15 soon. Yeah, that's juicy. That's another opportunity here to sell puts. Matterport. That's so crazy. We sold Matterport call options when it spiked on that Facebook deal day at $17. That was crazy. Now it's at $13.96. This is another one that I'm interested if it's worth selling some puts over here. Keep in mind, we're going to be going into a lot more detail with Q&A in the, what's it called? Course member live stream. I've got some other option work I got to do. So we're going to talk about that a lot in about 15 minutes. We'll come back to GHVI then. Square. Yeah, the AMC recovering is very, very good because AMC is almost like a signal right now for the rest of the market. AMC is just proceeding. Good. Enphase running again. Enphase now up to 177. Because I've got a lot of call options on Enphase. So Enphase is going to be one that I'm going to be looking at as time to convert it to shares. But we've got plenty of time on our options. So there's really no massive rush. Okay, what else? Let's see what CNBC is saying.
David, keep a close eye on those parts of the market. I'll send things back over to you.
Okay, we will, Dom. Thank you. Turning back to the markets overall, as Dom just told you, of course, we're all in the red after what are record highs very recently. In fact, just yesterday for the S&P and the NASDAQ. Let's talk about it all with Chris Retzler. He's Needham Growth Fund's portfolio manager. And Chris, you're a growth stock guy. You've had great performance, by the way, I should point out, in your main fund. What do you make of a market like this today, particularly that move in the Treasury and whether it's indicative perhaps of a slowdown overall in worldwide growth?
That's how we started. That's how we started this live stream out, talking about a slowdown in the markets, a slowdown in the economy not being on fire like we thought.
Things are a little bit lighter and volatility's higher. We're going into earnings in the next couple of weeks, and I think you really have to focus on the fundamentals of what companies are going to share with us and their forward guidance. Is revenue growth going to decelerate and not be as strong? Are margins going to hold up? How are cash flows coming in? Those are all the things that we as a fundamental investor are going to be looking at. And I think for longer term investors, this is the time to be doing due diligence, looking for those good stocks that can continue to grow through even some form of a deceleration. When you look at the bond markets, I think everyone all week has been really trying to figure out what is causing this compression of yields. And I think there's just a lot of different answers out there. Some of the smartest people I've spoken to, say that there's, people caught on the short end of being short bonds and those trades are unwinding. Is growth peaking? And so it's less inflationary. I think it's yet to be determined what really is driving it. And I think you need to be patient. But I think inflation is still here for a period of time. I think it's going to be here for about the next 12 months. And again, you have to be cautious. Don't overreact. and
Right.
pick good stocks.
Yep. Listen, your point on the bond market's an important one because I've been hearing the same and trying to find it out. And to your point, everybody's got a different explanation, but nobody really knows. Specific to equities themselves, and obviously your long list of things that you own in your holdings as of at least the end of last quarter. China has been a real concern. I don't know how it figures into many of the companies that you own, but are you thinking about it? Is it a concern for you in terms of both the growth over there, but also the increasing tensions when it comes to the capital markets between our two countries?
I'm going to pull off the China talk. Okay, so let's take a peek back over here. Square just moved up a little bit, but it started flattening a little bit. But everything else is moving. Tesla, Enphase, Neo, they're all moving after this big dip here. Which was, I think, too early for me to buy shares in terms of a dip. But it was a perfect opportunity to sell puts. So the put sells are perfect. The AMC call, not so perfect. The Square put, the Enphase put, this is good. Okay, there's more work to be done though. Okay. So what else? Let's see. Let's go. Let's look at how many are green now. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Does anyone? Okay, what do we have over here? So Golden Nugget, GNOG, Virgin Galactic. Hey, there's Workhorse. We've got PSAC, Beyond Meat, Clever Leaf. A lot has recovered now. UWMC, Tattooed Chef. That was incredible. That was fun. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we sold puts in that dip. DocuSign. Still down. Not down as much. Amazon, Alphabet, Apple. Where's Apple? These guys down 1% each. So, let's go Apple. APL. Apple 142. Apple's doing okay. Neo's running again. Look at that Neo run. That's nice. The one's not seeing that. Let's see. Square. Yeah, Square's not seeing it as much. Seagate. What a day. Not a day to sell. Matterport. AMC has recovered. Nice. Back over that support line. Coinbase. Coinbase looks just like Square. It's almost the same chart. Big Digital sitting at $1 right now. Oh my gosh. And HUD 8 down. What's fascinating is, let's see this here. BTC. And BTC is sitting right at this support. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Yeah, look at that. We've bounced off of this before on July 1st. We did break beneath it here briefly in June. A couple points we broke beneath it. This is how especially we even broke below 30,000. But this purple line's pretty strong. We'll see what happens if this keeps trading down. I've only been doing tiny little nibbles. Okay. Virgin Galactic. Nice move on Virgin. Recovering very, very nicely. Tootsie Roll, Plank, charging. Let me pull up Bloomberg as well. Bloomberg Live. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is on commercial. So we'll come back to this in a moment. Oops, well, that's a mess. Skip ad. Here we go. Let's see what they're saying.
Morgan Stanley pointed out to hedge fund clients that the bears are certainly worth listening to when it comes to realizing that expectations are sky high. Earlier this week, they told hedge fund clients that sentiment feels shaky at best, despite what was the second best first half since 1998. If you take a look at a hedge fund performance, you see them up on the year. Bloomberg's All Hedge Index almost up 10%, about 9%, but still trailing the S&P 500. Now, investors are sitting there thinking, wait a minute, are all of these levered returns? Because leverage alone is not going to cut it. Leverage is sitting at records highs. We've already seen some major debacles earlier this year. This is not bad news all across the board, though, Guy. This is good news for the stock pickers in particular, as we see divergence continue further into the year. And we will see who's the winner in a couple months. Is there more room in this reopening trade at the end of the day? Is it better in Europe? Is it better in Asia? Or
I'm gonna pull off over here. Let's see here. Let's see. Convince my friend not to sell. Nice. I didn't sell anything. I sold puts. So Dave Unbranded, you can't just say Kevin sold. It's sold puts, which I love doing when the market turns red, especially on my faves. If you're talking about Tattooed Chef Leaps. Oh yeah, I sold out of those. Took tendies on that. Selling puts is not the same as selling at all. It's actually more similar to buying shares than it is to selling a stock. Okay, good. So what am I looking at here? I am really tempted to, and we're going to be exploring a lot of different options here in the course member live stream in about 8 minutes, which if you're not part of yet, I highly encourage you to be a part of. But we got to talk, we got to have a long conversation about option contracts. And we're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that. Dave Unbranded, you could have made more if you waited. No, you make more money selling puts when it's at the bottom. Like if you look at this chart right here on end phase, the best time to sell puts is right there at the bottom, or right there at the bottom, right? That's the best time to sell puts is at the bottom. Just like when you buy, the best time to buy is at the bottom. So, yeah, you do need collateral to sell puts. This is correct. No worries, Dave. Selling puts is a bullish thing that you do, and you would do it at the same time that you would normally buy stocks, is a simple way to put it. But this isn't going to turn into a lecture on options. But the point is, when you sell puts, it's as if you're buying shares. You're committing to buy shares. The reason I'm not actually buying shares is because I'm waiting for prices to fall more. Yeah. So quickly, Rugby for Life here says, can you explain how selling puts is essentially a hedged buy? Yeah. So essentially what you're doing is you're getting paid to buy a stock you want to own, which sounds insane. It's like, wait a minute. If you want to own a stock, why would somebody pay you to buy it? Because you are making a promise to buy that stock at a certain price. And somebody else might think that the price is actually going to be lower than what you're willing to pay for it. So for example, on SoFi, was it yesterday? I sold puts for $16.80. The price was at like $16.80, and so I sold puts. I got paid for selling puts. It basically meant I was buying SoFi for like $9.80 because I was getting such a big credit, and I'll buy SoFi all day long for $9.80. So I'm like, how could I not sell puts on SoFi? It was so juicy. And it still is. So yeah, I'm not buying shares. I am selling puts. But anyway, SoFi puts were a great deal. Yeah, and they still might be. Okay. Somebody says they bought Newegg puts yesterday around $70. Strike price $20. Stock is down 30%, but I'm not seeing any gains. Yeah, it's probably you're getting killed by the volatility going down. is probably what happened to you there. And the put pricing was insane yesterday because everybody was expecting it to go down. So it's kind of like that first 30% decline was already priced into what you paid for those contracts, unfortunately. Does Webull let you sell puts without cash to be able? Well, I don't have the cash. I just have I have options buying power because it would just put me into margin. Yeah, you got premium burned. Exactly. So that was a really, really incredible market open. I'm very excited about the puts I sold. Not so happy about the AMC, how the trade went on AMC, but it's okay because I mean right now it's consolidating anyway. So put sells were good. Now I've just got to pay attention to what's happening on others because again we got a big warning shot about what just happened this morning. This market was very, very intense. So Coinbase, Xpeng. Here's Invite. Whew, intense day. Very good food and GPS. Steel MS. Let me listen to Bloomberg while I just scroll on this really quick.
If inflation expectations were at levels considerably above levels consistent with 2% PCE, but where we are right now, I think it's more about that growth momentum has slowed a little bit, that the Fed is viewed to be a little bit more hawkish, and that maybe it means it won't need to even get back to neutral over time, or at least that's what the market is telling us.
Good.
Jay, on that note, I want to do a follow on the negative real yields that we see on the 10-year. You're back down to negative 1%, as Guy was sort of hinting at. What is that telling you?
I think it's the same thing you're seeing in the market right now, is that a monetary policy is going to need to be accommodative for a longer period of time. And, I think it's also being anchored here by the Fed's guidance that even with this move towards a more hawkish reaction function or a less dovish reaction function, the market still understands that the Fed won't be raising rates for some time. And in our own framework, we have found that every month that the market perceives the Fed to be on hold, it tends to lower long-term yields in both real and nominal space by a couple of basis points. So if we're not pricing the Fed to lift rates for another 18 months or 19 months.
All right, I'm going to pause in on the Bloomberg talk there. No, actually, James, I don't think this is inflation causing a market sell-off. I actually think it's quite the opposite. I think it's the market seeing a lack of real growth, that the growth we have seen has been sort of this temporary inflation. And we're going to talk strategies for this in 2 minutes here in the course member live stream. So if you haven't gotten in yet, use that 40% off coupon code and join me. Link is down below. It expires. We extended it to July 22nd. Sorry about that. But we did extend that expiration to July 22nd. Pricing will be going up then. New pictures, new pricing. And but anyway, join that. You get lifetime access. We'll be going live to talk about some strategies here. Pretty excited about that. But this, to me, I like here actually what Sam has said. Don't think we're out of the woods yet. We'll probably see red days considering we hit so many record highs lately. I agree with this. This was a little bit of like a joke of a test. And thanks for that, Drew. Appreciate that. Yeah, this look. S&P. S&P's down 1.4%. I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing. If we wanted a real 5 to 20% sell-off, whoo, lots of pain, lots of potential pain. Yeah, AMC had a very good recovery, very, very good recovery, which is great. So great job, AMC. I mean, look at that. I see you all here in the chat. Oops. There we go. So good recovery on AMC, which is very nice. We've got Tesla recovering as well. Let's see, where was Tesla? Hit a low of 625. Now it's 636. Apple 142. Enphase 179 again, hitting a low of around 172. Square's trying to recover a little slowly here, but it's trying. Big Digital sitting at $1, consolidating right now. But yeah, I'm looking for favorites that I want to own that have sold but are not at super lows yet where I want them to be. So Matterport, well, Matterport recovering a bit here. There's another one that I'm eyeballing. Yeah. AMC's doing great. Very good food company. Mind Medicine. Let's see. MP Materials. Dave & Buster's. Okay. Good. Volatility is 19%. All right. Etsy's, that's crazy. Etsy's up today. Oh my gosh. It's up 0.69%. Wow. That's so cool. And Enphase was down like 5 or 6%. It's only down 1.49% right now. Unreal. Unreal. That is crazy. What a fluctuation we just had in the market. That was insane. We went from all red to such a quick recovery. Bizarre market. All right, what else here? Home market is red. DPLS. I don't even know what that is. DPLS. Dark pulsing. You come in here with your penny stock. All right. Okay, we got lots to do. Let's go talk in the course member live stream. Appreciate y'all. This was a really fun market open. A really good warning shot. Shot heard around the world. Yeah. So, all right, folks. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Check out the programs link down below. And good luck. Market's nuts.